Yeah, I'm not feeling this. Hashtag professional. Alright, so explanation time, and I'm sorry for all the noise, etc. I'm doing this kind of spur of the moment, but it's a lot better than the footage I had earlier, so. So, I said, next week we'll talk about 1 ferret versus 2 ferrets versus 3 ferrets, and the pros and cons of all of that. And that didn't happen, as some of you might know. I feel there's an explanation that needs to be given. Oh, and yes, I did get a new poster. I love it. It is just, So as I'm sure some creators can relate to, I wasn't happy with the footage. What happened was, one, the footage that I was going to use would not have been very pleasurable for people to listen to, mainly because it was shot on the road. The second thing is with the video about buying either 1 ferret or 2 ferret or 3 ferrets, is I wanted to include other creators in this video, and I asked around, about 3 people, I think, if they wanted to be a part of the video. I didn't want the video to be just me, because I started out with 1 ferret. And obviously I'm going to be a little bit biased towards that myself. And I don't know the experiences of people who have started with 2 ferrets. Because I started with 1, obviously. People I asked, they are very kind people, very wonderful people who I would invite to my wedding if I ever had one. But life happens and gets in the way, and so that video won't come out just yet. So there was a topic that Frolicking Ferret suggested in the meantime. I thought that might be interesting. Let's do it. Naming your ferrets. If anyone wants a closer look at this real quick, it's just all the portraits. Alright, so the topic of this video. Let's talk about naming these things. Because ferrets are creatures that need to be named. I mean, you could call them ferret, or rat if you're really angry with them. But most of the time, I prefer just to name them. Say hi, baby. So how do we go about naming these little guys? Now, a lot of it is personal preference, as you might imagine. Naming your ferrets is obviously going to be very personal to you and what you want to do, but what are some ways you can name your ferret? Well, a very popular way I see people name their ferrets is they'll use a character from a book or a movie. Jack going in there, my covers. Like Jack, the original name of the channel was Captain Jack Sparrow, and obviously I needed that to be ferret related, so I just changed it to Captain Jack Ferret. Obviously for copyright reasons too, just so I don't have any issue with that. But Captain Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean series was very good at escaping in stupid ways. And I've told this story on video before, but just to give a quick recap. Before I bought Jack, I was in front of the store owner, and we were just talking. I had Jack in my arms, and he somehow tunneled through my arms and fell on the wood floor. And so, yeah, I was like, well, Captain Jack Sparrow is probably a very appropriate name for him. So what I see people do a lot is they'll take a character from their favorite series, like say Naruto, or The Hobbit, or The Lord of the Rings, have a character from that, and then just name their ferret after that. Like I've seen some ferrets named like Gandalf, Elrond, or Snuggles, or Snickers. So really you can just choose whatever you want. But another naming method is based on their behavior. So another naming method that you can use is based on their behavior. So say Jack, I named him because of, well, his behavior. And it matches a fictional character. And so, say your ferret is very sneaky. Well, you could say your ferret is very sneaky and likes to steal your things. Well, then you could potentially name them after one of the Thief series, or name them after one of the Assassin's Creed people, like say Ezio, or whatever the 4-letter word names they have. Name them from one of those, or if they're very vocal, you could name them like Queen, or anything like that, really. I don't think anyone will take issue with any of that. And you don't have to name your ferret immediately after you buy them. You can wait a week, or maybe even a month if you want to. If you want to name them right after you buy them, go ahead. That's obviously up to you. But if you want to wait, you can. See how they act, see their particular personality, and name them based off that. And so when people come by and they see how your ferret's acting, they're like, well, that name fits quite well. Anyways, guys, that's about it for me. Naming ferrets is well, I think you get to do once. Or twice, I suppose, if you want to rename. But ferrets are wonderful creatures, and if you name them based on their personality, I think you might have a little more fun with that. But you know, if you chose a more traditional name, like say a Snickers or a Pebble or Snuggles or anything like that, that's fine too, perfectly fine. But that's some of the ways you can name your ferret. Guys, I want to thank you for watching the videos. It has been so great. We hit 4,000 subscribers. We're over 4,000 subscribers now. And I am just so thankful to you all. It is so incredible, y'all's support for me and my little band of ferrets, my little business. I look forward to hitting 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, a million, 2 million, 5 million, 20 million maybe. I look forward to doing that with y'all. And as always, thank you. I'll see you next time.